What is going on, Shedheads, and welcome back to the Green Room. It is Friday night, and I'm back with my boy Sean here. Of course, one thing I would like to say is, oh, okay. Well, with that being said, I will get you that here, Toonie. Let me see. I could probably get it to you here. Let's see.
Oh shit.
Uh-huh.
Yay.
Would it be there?
So while James is handling all of that,
take care of
I want to
that,
go ahead
Sean.
and give a big shout out to everybody who's tuning in right now live, and to everybody who's hitting us on the replay, because it's just a real honor that all of you guys want to spend some time listening to the weird BS that we got to say. So shout out to all of y'all, because you guys are the real MVPs. And speaking of MVPs, I got what's been an MVP in the vape game lately. You guys already know what it is. I haven't stopped vaping it, and I'm kind of like still mind boggled that I love it this much. RDA for vaping V2. You guys already know it. I think all y'all that have one, y'all love it too, right? Dude, I just got it on the work mod right now because I've been too goddamn busy since I got home to set up anything else. So still rocking on my work mod, and that's just fine because as long as it isn't a cigarette, we happy. And it damn sure ain't a cigarette because cigarettes don't taste like this. This is the PB party. That peanut butter is just. I'm a peanut butter addict in vapes. It's a thing. I can't stop it. I need it. And peanut butter party definitely it hits the spot for this guy. And then of course, I brought myself an adult beverage, something nice and cold to sip on. This is made by a local purveyor of these kind of fine beverages. They're known as Lord Hobo, and this is called 617, which happens to just be the area code for the city of Boston, Massachusetts. So as you can imagine, they're very proud to be from Boston. And dude, it's a nice little hazy. It's got that nice sweet citrusy thing going on. Oh,
Nice.
delicious. How about you, though?
For me, I kind of switched things up just because I ended up having to charge for some reason, only 2,700 that I have. I don't know what happened to any of my other ones. So figure that out. But got the old clutch RDA2 set up. I got that neck right there. It kind of bugs me, but I just like the one AFC ring. Of course, Chop Top from DHD, Just White, N90 Aliens from Coil Clout, and oh boy, Mango, of course. I will also say that I did rewick the old stubby tank setup. This actually needs a little fill there. But yeah, this has also got Mango in it. This has got a Twisted Timmy micro alien of some sort with nice Bennett Tool Customs focus camera integrated tip on top. And I also have a bag. Same thing as last week.
Yes.
Got a couple more. You know what I mean? Figured why not? We're
Dude,
here.
it sounded so damn good last week.
We're here. Might as well. And nice pour.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, we'll start there. Don't want to get it too crazy.
Yo, that looks delicious.
Where else could I send this? I don't know if you saw my message there, Tooney, but is there a good place to send that? Oh.
So, for keen-eyed viewers, you should have probably figured it out by now, but it looks like the man, the myth, the legend may join us. So, that'll be a lot of fun. But you know what else is fun?
To get back to what we're doing, it's time for a little bit of what's new in the shed.
Wow. See, look at that. This is the beauty of having done this work with each other for so long that like I can literally just pick it up and run with it while he gets distracted by something else, and we kill it. And we kill it so often that we do a podcast where we keep killing it. So if you like what you see here and you want to hear it in your headphones any time of day, any place, day or night, go check out the Shed Time podcast. It's on all major streaming platforms. That's right. Every single one of them. If you prefer to use, your Apple iTunes or your Spotify, it doesn't matter. We got you. We're on all of them. And we got our own website. You can Google that name. And dude, listen, it is the coolest thing in the world when I Google Shed Time Podcast and see that we're the entire first page and most of the second page. And to be honest, nobody ever looks at the second page of results on Google anyway.
I don't.
You know what I mean? Like the fact that we're right there, the whole first page, we did it. We're everywhere. So, yeah, you guys can check it out anywhere. This week, dropping a brand new episode, Mondays at midnight Eastern. So, yeah, you guys can kick off your week listening to a new episode. We're talking terpenes. Now, if you guys don't know what terpenes are, those are the things that cause fruits, vegetables, and other living plants to create aromas and flavors. We talk a lot about it in this episode, and I mean a lot. So it's highly educational. It's rather interesting because we talk all sorts of stuff from terpene infusions to how terpenes are better in vaporizers versus other methods of intake. And then, of course, we got to switch it up because we do what we do. And if you guys don't know about hot pot, I tell you guys all about my experience being introduced to hot pot for the first time.
And it's not the pot you're thinking either.
That's when you're at the concert, right, Sean? And it'll get passed along, and the embers like this long, and
dude, Junie, shout outs to you for being an absolute legend and coming in clutch for us. Because obviously, to address the elephant in the room, Uncle Chris isn't here tonight because unfortunately he doesn't have any power. I don't know exactly details, but he won't be getting it back till possibly tomorrow.
Oh, that sucks.
Which is very unfortunate.
I love you guys. Happy to do it, and I got something to show off. I got my
mixing it up. Nice.
The Oink Squad shirt.
Hell yeah, dude. That's sick.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Anthony Ramella. By the way, if you like that shirt, you could also go over there and check out the Shed Time podcast shirt that's up there as well. Use the code Shed Time, get you a little discount over there.
Nice.
But with that, for tonight's episode, I wanted to try something different because I seen this thing in the chat the past couple times I've created a poll where we can do like a legit like Q&A sort of thing. So are you guys out there in chat can I think you can like click on it or whatever and you type your question in.
There in the pinned thing where it says ask us anything, if you click on it, there's going to be a little button down there that says ask a question. And now if you click ask a question, it'll allow you to type a question in, and it will actually ensure and queue up the question so that James can then from there hit us with the question. So I think this could be very cool, guys, but we need you to throw some questions in so that we can test this thing out because this is a brand new feature of YouTube.
Yeah, and I'm interested in seeing how it works. So hit that button. Ask us some questions, anything really, you know what I mean? They could just be general questions, holiday-oriented questions, vape-oriented questions, whatever, you know what I mean? As long as they stay within the YouTube guidelines, you know what I mean? Let's keep it within that. But other than that, free reign, guys. But while you guys are asking some questions, I want to ask you, Tooney, what are you vaping on, man?
I got, Advocate for Liberty. He made this tobacco up the other night, and I didn't have the FA Leaf brand he had, so I put some RY4 in there, and that came out nice. I got that on the Gen S, Twisted Method 22. It's kind of matchy-matchy a little bit.
Dude, I like it.
I got a bunch of stuff going. I got Monarch with a TM24 in there, Twisted Frame Staple, and that Harvest, baby.
Oh, yeah, dude.
And Dreamer, TM24, Twisted Frame Staple with that Will Juice, baby.
Ooh, yeah, that vanilla custard, bro. Solid.
I picked up a bunch of stuff when I was down there.
Good
choices. I don't blame you, man, because it's hard not to when you're there because he has such a wide selection and he carries a lot of great products.
He's got a cool shop.
He does, man. It's chill vibes, too. Very chill vibes. You can just kind of hang out.
I walk in, he's got a horror movie playing, at like 11 volume.
Yeah, dude.
And I got this.
Yeah, dude. The red one. I like it. I need to bust out the old the green room edition. I haven't worn it in a while.
Yeah, so I got a lot of other stuff, but I'm always mixing something for Professional 3 show or Wendy Vape show.
So it works. This is so cool. So now I should be able to click on these.
Oh, man. I earned.
Does this like legit like pop up on the stream?
Yep. Because I see it now. Steve OCD.
Is this thing on? Yes, Steve. It's on. It's working, man. It's on.
Hold on. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. It's on. Check 1 2. Check. Here's another question right here that I honestly would like to know your guys' answer for, but I'll just tell you straight up. How awesome is Tooney? He's the best. He's the greatest. He's the legend, and that's why he's number one, bro. You know what I mean?
Thanks, Frames.
Hang on,
Absolutely.
let me get my knee pads out real quick.
Right.
My leg day beat my ass this week, so let me get the knee pads so I can be okay with this one.
Be careful because I got my katana handy.
So here's the thing, right? First and foremost, if you've been on YouTube in the Vape live shows for even a month, you know the name Addy Tooney. You've seen him in someone's chat. That's because this man is the most dedicated moderator in vaping YouTube, period. I don't think I've seen anybody in more live shows moderating chats and actually holding it down, dropping the links, keeping on top of subject, being there for the people. No one's doing it like Tooney does. So that's first and foremost. Then you talk about the heart. This is a man with such a huge heart that we all have Tooney K funds in our collection.
Oh, baby.
I mean, you want to talk about a man with a big heart. So big, he built them for us with his own coil builds just to make sure that we got the perfect experience out of them. I mean, how much more do I have to say? The man's a legend. Like I said, the man, the myth, the legend himself.
Thanks, Sean. Yeah, I just feel like I'm another member of the community. I love the community, and that's what I do what I can for it. So I had to break out this last night. I got this in Niagara Falls in 2016, the ZNA.
Oh.
And I got like a matching K fun on there, like a matchy setup.
Dude, that's sick.
That is good. That is
and I forgot the one of the most exciting things. I got the RDA for vaping too, baby.
Oh, what are your thoughts,
Yes.
Chinny? I want to hear your thoughts because I've seen that you also went next level and did your thing with it, and it came out so nice, dude.
Thanks.
It looks so sick. And I like how the rings are offset, you know what I mean? So it's just like, dude, it looks so sick.
It goes together cool. It's like taking it apart and I'm looking at that top gasket with just enough tension to where it could twist easy, but not too easy. It's nice. And the steel's real nice. You can tell right away when you start flaming something, the quality, the steel. It's nice. Yeah, that vape's nice.
Dude,
it's kind of like my Christmas setup, a little green and red going on.
Yeah,
there.
dude.
I
dig it, man. Hey, we're rocking the
nice.
It's just a banging setup, man.
Yeah, I was kind of bummed because I was hoping I'd get to talk to Beecher last night, but I didn't see him show up on Nick's show.
Yeah, I think he had some stuff to do with the fam because he'd been out of town. He's been in Indonesia.
Yeah, he just got home for vacation. I'm sure he had a ton of stuff to catch up on. Plus, jet lag kick your ass.
Oh, 100%, 100%.
Yes, sir.
Let's see what we got in here. We got a couple people said. Steve-O said that the OG vape channel moderator. Hell yeah, dude! Been around since day one, man. Addy Tooney chucks links like Frames chucks clouds. Sick. I love it. So with that, let's see what other kind of questions we may have out here. Oh, here's a good one from Mallory Gates. She asks, what is the worst e-liquid you made or bought?
I was just talking about it actually recently because you're specifically saying bot. If you said like given, that would change my answer. Because I was given one that was truly the worst e-liquid I've ever tasted.
Here, man, I don't like this. You want it?
Yeah. No. Even worse. The person who sent it to me loved it and thought it was amazing. And it tasted like the bottom of a dirty, sweaty, old trash can that's been in the sun. Very, very disappointed because the profile sounded so good. But as far as bot is concerned, it was a strawberry rhubarb pie liquid. And it was just sour ass. And I remember it was so bad, I held on to it and brought it to NVE when we did the Stooge House that year. And I had some of the Stooges try it because I was like, this is some of the most awful e-liquid I've ever taken a chance on. And I remember Uncle Chris trying it and be like, oh my God, that is just as bad as you described. I just remember it being like horribly, horribly sour and bitter with like almost no fruit flavor and this like disgusting pie crust abomination. And being totally shocked that this was something marketed as premium e-liquid that was, being bought by people and enjoyed. I was like, this is so disappointing.
Is that what started the house on fire? Was that weekend? When
Yeah, they vaped the shit out of that house. I had literally left, I think, like an hour before they fucking set those alarms off.
Oh my God.
Well, dude, you got to think about how many vapors we legitimately had in this house at one time that night, because there was already about 15 of us staying at this.
Oh man, I remember the video.
Because like we got like this old like colonial style like house that had 3 stories, had a bunch of bedrooms and whatever, and there was a couple rooms that had a couple beds in there a piece. So like we all just fucking went in on this Airbnb for the weekend and just hung out together the whole time. And that one night after the show, the first night, we had everybody that was there, plus the squad, hashtag vape squad, as far as like Grim, Ruby, Turk, I think Homeboy was even there. Like
Eric was there, Violent Vapor. Yeah.
And then like Sherlock Ohms was there. Lazy Vapors. There's just like so many. DJ LSB was there.
Like this Lazy Vapor guy?
Yeah, he was there.
Damn.
Yeah,
one
Daniel
of his buddies was there. There was just so many fucking. There's so many. Danielle Jones was there.
Nice.
Jess Marie was there.
Awesome.
Like it was just like the whole like.
Yeah, they had to have had 30-40 people in that place.
It was a lot of people
all at the same
dude.
time.
Like pretty much.
The house was gorgeous, beautiful place, man.
Dude, it was crazy, man. It was an epic weekend, and we still talk about it to this day, and we probably always will. For me, this is an interesting one because I don't necessarily like have one that jumps out at me off top, because I obviously don't have it around anymore because I got rid of it or threw it away or whatever. But that I bought, I don't know. This is a hard one. This is a hard one. Like I'm sitting here just like looking down at these boxes of liquid that I have and trying to think of like what the worst one is in these boxes, but all the ones
what really sucked, like back in the day you had to pay $1 a milliliter for that stuff. And when it sucked, man, it made you angry.
Oh, okay. Here we go. When I first started vaping back in the old Clear Miser days, ego twists, you know what I mean? I bought this liquid that was called Green Van or some weird shit from some the e-liquid company. I forgot who it was. Anyway, it was supposed to be like a menthol, tobacco cigarette that was supposed to be pretty similar to like a menthol Camel, because that's what I smoked. So I figured, you know what? Let me get that, because that's going to be, right on, point. That's going to help me get off of these because it's going to taste the same. So, you know what I mean? Right. I thought it would work. Dude, this stuff tasted like dirt and like Listerine. It was terrible. That was probably one of the worst ones that I've bought. I have been given quite a few bad ones over the years, but ones that I can remember buying, I remember that being one of the first ones that was terrible.
Well, I have like a notebook with pages and pages of terrible recipes. When I first started DIYing, I was looking at a couple of these like Flavor West Honeywood tobacco with licorice in it. It's like, what the hell was I thinking?
Yeah,
just like putting it whatever together, huh?
But yeah, I mean, some of these sound really good, but they surely didn't come out very good. Like Flavor West made a Ecto Cooler. It was like, remember that high C ecto cooler.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I have some of that in there with some licorice in it too. I'm like, yuck. Yeah, so I've made a bunch of really bad recipes.
So safe to say that you've got a book full.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what other questions we got out here. I can answer this one real quick for Lee. It's the stash. It's the stash, bro. That's what it is. Here's another interesting one we can kind of answer real quick too, if you guys want to. For me personally, I work in a wood shop making reels for electric companies. That's what I do. I run a CNC machine. About
Sweet
9
baby,
hours a day.
XYZ. It's one good thing with wood. If you screw up on your program a little bit, at least it doesn't like break the machine in half.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you what, Tony. My machine was down for 2 days this week because somehow the head got seized onto one of the shafts, and I needed to take it off to change out blades to run something different, and I couldn't get that motherfucker off, bro. It wasn't coming off. So what we ended up having to do was remove the entire shaft with the head on it, send it to a machine shop, have them
That's a lot of work right
press
there,
it on,
man.
dude. Down for 2 days, took them about 4.5 hours to get it back together because we've never done this before on this machine, brand new machine. So like this was a fucking whole
sure,
new
everything's
situation.
connected, man. All the wires and the servo motor, and oh my god.
Honestly, it wasn't as bad as that. It was honestly pretty easy. Like once we figured it out, because like we were like trying to talk back and forth with the technician, and like when we sent him a picture and like told him what happened, you know what his response was? This is how he started his response. Damn.
That doesn't instill confidence.
Yeah.
When the tech says that to you, I'm like, oh fuck.
But apparently, this is a thing that happens with these. So it's just like, okay, well, at least now
that's just like a taper fit, right? It just locks in.
Well, it's just that the shaft and the inside of the head are like so like precise.
Yeah.
That like if you even like try to like put it on slightly weird, it won't go on. But if you get it perfect, it should slide on like like almost like fucking butter. You know what I mean? But dude, I mean this thing wouldn't budge an inch, man. We tried everything. So
see, a lot of them they'll have a cutout where you can put a wedge in there, or some of the more expensive ones have like a plunger that pops out the tool. Yeah,
this machine don't got any of that shit. So luckily we got it figured out, and now we know what to do for next time. But dude, it was a headache for sure. And now it's back up and running, which is good. So
hi Tim.
What about you, Tooney? What do you do for a living nowadays?
Oh, thank God I've been retired. I was lucky enough to retire at 59 and a half. I couldn't take the way my company changed and started treating the employees. So I took a chance to retire early, and we've been making it happen. Industrial electrician for years. So
awesome,
at my last place, the Carb Run them, they had a lot of CNCs, and I worked on those a lot. It was challenging.
Yeah, man, especially for someone like myself that has no like background in any of this stuff. Like it's all just on the job experience, bro.
It's dangerous for me, because I'd be playing around there, like typing in an S code, to see if everything was going to run again. And it'd be like, oh man, everybody would just like stand back.
Yep. Hopefully nothing pops.
Right.
There's a time in my life where I used to work in a machine shop, and we would use a lot of the CNC lathes and the CNC, table machines and shit like that. And when you're cutting metal, ooh, 1 decimal point is a big mistake.
Yeah, luckily with wood, I have a little bit more leeway. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because the material's never the same. You know what I mean? I don't care how many units of 1x4 I open up. There's going to be one board that's pretty fucking straight, and there's going to be one board that once I open up the bundle, just got this weird kick to it, bro. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
it's been interesting. It's been fun, man. It's something new, something different,
man.
And once the machine's running, all I'm doing is I'm standing there and I'm just pushing boards through this bitch, and it does everything. You know what I mean?
Nice.
And I watch it. All right, next thing. All right, change some blades. Takes about 5-10 minutes. All right, next thing. Fucking run some boards, bro. Kick back.
Something
worked in a
cathartic about that too, right? Like just
Dude,
kind
I
of
listen
like
to a podcast and just fucking run boards, bro.
I worked in a lumber mill years and years ago, and they still had the pulley system in the roof, where if you wanted to start something up, you'd have to crank the lever and bring the belt on the pulley system and get it up to speed. But they had a bandsaw in there where you could, it was an old mill. You could bring like logs in.
Mhm.
The bandsaw was this wide and the teeth were like, huge. That was quite the experience.
Yeah, I've
Very
actually
cool.
had an opportunity to work on some pretty cool machines, man. What about you, Sean? What are you doing nowadays, man?
Well, folks, if you tune into the Shed Time podcast, you can get a real deep insight into what I do because it's a little bit more appropriate for me to talk in detail there. That being said, I'm in sales and marketing, and I'm in sales and marketing for Shed Time.
Yeah.
I live in a legal state, and almost 2 years ago, it'll be 2 years in April, I got hired on as a sales associate, and from there worked my way up into where I'm at now, where I'm sales and marketing, and on my way to becoming the marketing manager. So my
Yeah.
whole job is to figure out ways to creatively sell these products, and I have a blast doing it. I mean, I've been working on a 12 days of Christmas promotion this month, obviously with the Christmas holiday coming up. And because I have a background in film and photography, it's kind of what made me so well suited for this position. So I spend a good portion of my day to day actually putting together video for our social media that is an advent calendar that opens the door each day and shows you the new deal.
Cool. I like it.
So like we've been having a lot of fun messing around with it. Trying different things, you know what I mean? I've got video stuff that runs inside the store that I've created. I schedule vendor visits, so the vendors come in and they meet my customers and they share all sorts of cool swag and stuff like that. So it's an interesting job, man. It's cool because I don't just work for an average style place in my state. We're very much about selling an experience, not just the product. So people often compare us to like an Apple store in
Cool.
our approach. And that's really cool because to be a part of something that's literally groundbreaking in my state is pretty neat. And it's something that I'm actually pretty proud of, that we're literally changing the face of our industry in our state just by doing things the way we do it. And it's kind of cool that people are watching and we're being contacted by like some pretty big people
Awesome, man. That's
inside
great.
that community, and they want to work with us and promote us now, and it's
So
like,
now
hey,
I'm really interested and I want to check out the site. I'm interested. So without mentioning the whole name, can you say the name of the company?
yeah. So the company's name is Elevated Roots. There's one in California, or of course the Massachusetts one. We're not affiliated with the one in California in any way. So I warn people about that. So you're looking for one in Massachusetts. But actually the website's partially some of my work. Our social media is partially some of my work. It's kind of cool. Like if people go and they look at the Instagram, they see me.
Oh,
I'm I'm
cool.
I'm regularly making reels on Instagram that provide education, that do promotion of different things that are going on. Most recently, we shot one. I have a vendor who is there right now. She's probably just packing up as we speak. She creates these beautiful lifestyle gift boxes, and they're like in these beautiful boxes, like glass boxes and stuff like that. And inside will be like some hardware to work with, maybe like a pretty candle with a nice scent to it, maybe a piece of jewelry will be in there as well. And it's kind of cool. Like this is the kind of image that we like to present. um and so it's neat, man. It's neat. I mean, who else can say that they get paid to do things like decorate a Christmas tree?
That's
You know
awesome,
what I
dude.
mean? Or like
Not many
decorate for
people.
Halloween. Like that's part of my job in marketing is to make the store look cool. You know what I mean? And sometimes that means for the holidays, you gotta make it decorated for the holidays.
So a
So
lot of times you're excited to go to work.
I mean, it's a lot of work. Here's the thing, right? Like at the end of the day, it's retail. Like I think people think about my industry and they think that we're just like throwing parties in the back and kind of getting some work done.
There's a
Like,
lot of
no,
competition, man.
this is retail. And the thing is that because of the nature of that business, there's a lot of rules. Like I used to manage a vape shop and I thought there were a lot of rules to my marketing there. The rules for tobacco marketing are nothing compared to the rules I have to live by in marketing in this industry.
Yeah, and cannabis, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool because again, I managed the vape shop for a few years. I'm uniquely fit to do this because I have the experience I have thanks to vaping. So again, it's kind of neat. Like I wouldn't be in this position if it weren't for like a ton of different things I've done throughout my life, giving me a whole weird, unique collection of skills that would otherwise take 5 or 6 people to provide.
Isn't it funny? Like it just like the little twists and turns that happen in life that you get put in this situation and it was like the perfect situation for you.
I mean, really though, like when I was doing things for like I used to manage Halloween stores, the Spirit Halloween when they would come around. And I got taken on by the district manager to build out the stores because I was really good at it. I had a background in it prior anyhow. But who would have thought that doing things like building retail shelving and things like that, like
Yeah, displays,
the
right?
infrastructure itself in places like Targets, and then moving to doing that in places like the Halloween stores would then turn around and again give me skills to do the things I do now where it comes to building different things for my current job. Like it's strange. Again, I was a mechanic for about a year where I was working in the automotive field. Who'd have thought that all of that would somehow start to apply here? But yet
Right.
I was building a bike for a vendor the other day that we were going to do as a giveaway. Well, good thing I got some tool skills and I've worked on bikes as a kid and I was a mechanic recently. So this was, second nature. It's just, it's funny how that sort of thing happens. And I think the crazy thing for me is when I think about it now, I like to tell people now that it's one of those stories of sometimes you have a dream and it doesn't necessarily seem obtainable. And yet, little do you realize that every single thing you're doing in life is just one more step closer to your dream. And sometimes all you have to do is just let go and trust the process. And when you do, you'll get there faster than you realize. And I see it now because I'm living a dream that I didn't think was even going to be possible when I started dreaming it at 18. You know what I mean?
That's awesome,
16,
Sean.
18-year-old me never would have in a million years believed I would have this job. And now, 35-year-old me is like, look
Nice.
at what I do for a living.
Nice.
I talk about shed time all day.
Dude, there's actually some people in chat dropping down what they do. Chris says I'm a PC tech at a large healthcare facility. We've got Mech Mod guy says I was a contractor assistant, Takatar, and now I'm a tax accountant. See? Man of many hats. I like it.
Yes.
Yeah.
We got Dean saying he ran a CNC gantry saw for cutting granite for a while. Nice.
Wow.
What else we got? Here's a little snippet towards your job there, Sean. You quoted being like an Apple store. Anthony Romello says instead of a genius bar, you have a greenness bar.
Yes.
I see what you did there, bud. Of course, we already know there that Ern works at the old vape shop, holding it
Oh,
down for
yeah.
the community as he does. Advocate for Liberty says I was only mechanic at P&G that was certified for both cotton room and tampon floor. For what? You were a head shift mechanic at Fort James before they closed. Crazy, dude. What else we got?
I hate
Is that it?
these companies.
Oh, and
Just
then we had Lee said something up here too. I must have missed it. Senior field service engineer for a why my brain stopped working. I don't know. I can't for some reason my brain doesn't want to process this word.
I saw it earlier.
Pneumatic tube system. Jesus
Oh, yeah.
Christ, dude. Why the P threw me off. I knew what the word was, but
It's a messed up
when I
word,
looked
man.
at it, I was like, why isn't this computer pneumatic tube system? Like at the bank back in the day when you'd sit there and you put your little check in the fucking tube.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But in hospitals. Jesus
Nice.
Christ, frames. I haven't even gotten too much shed time in me yet, and that's probably why. But with that being said, what else?
We're talking about real Gerard Butler. I mean, me and Sean, we got kind of issue. You say Frames is a handsome devil. I mean, what do we chop liver over here?
Yeah. What about these guys, man?
Hey, listen, I don't have to be beautiful. I got this voice.
But
I got that voice made for radio.
Also, speaking of Lee, he does have another question. He wants to know what airflow ring you're using.
Number one, baby.
Yeah, dude. I knew it, man. I knew it. And then one more question before we, maybe, cut into like a shed time break, maybe game sort of situation here from Dean. He wants to know, what's your most embarrassing noob vaping moment?
Ooh.
Noob moment.
Dude,
I have one when I first started getting K funds. I forgot to put the screw in the bottom.
Oh.
And wondered where all the liquor was coming from.
Dude. Oh. Well, you know what? That's not even embarrassing because I feel like everybody's done that at least once. Because I was going to say, oh, well, I vaped something with no liquid in it, but like that's something everybody pretty much does on a daily at some point. So like that's
brand
not
new
really...
coil build, take a hit, nothing's on it.
Oh, either that or you just get like a fresh coil or whatever, like a pre-made coil back in the day, and you just pop it in there, fill it up, and don't let it break in. And you just go to rip it, and you're like, oh fuck, you know what I mean? But that's just normal noob stuff. But like most embarrassing.
Ooh, that was low.
I can definitely remember one of mine. It was when I was still working at the vape shop. I had this awesome 3D printed Squonk mech, and I was in a hurry because I was headed up to our Randolph location from our Hanover location to celebrate their 1-year anniversary. So I was heading up there, and in my haste, I left that mod on the roof of my car.
Oh no.
And then I started to drive away. I was very fortunate that I did not break that mod, but that was the very first time I ever severely dented a battery. It was the first time I'd ever put a mod on my roof and drove away with it, which was horrifying. I definitely jacked up the Addy that was on it. It was never the same again. I don't even remember what Addy was on it anymore, but damaged the shit out of that. Yeah, I mean, thankfully, working in the vape shop, I had a bag full of other devices, so it wasn't like I was out my vape. But yeah, that was a really embarrassing one, especially because I'm the friggin' manager of a vape shop,
right?
Like I of all people should be knowing better than this.
I don't know what my most embarrassing one is. It was probably on a live stream, or on video at some point. I feel like now.
Thanks, Anthony. Oh, Anthony, I got your shirt on tonight.
Yeah, check it out, dude. Looks fresh. Dude, I like the logo, man. It's so sick.
It's clean AF.
Dude, I don't know what my most embarrassing one is. Like, I definitely have gotten a dry hit. Oh, I've kissed a dragon before. You know what I mean? When you forget to put the top cap on, and then you go. Psst. I've done that once or twice. Oh, you know what I've done before too is I went and built the Valkyrie Mini. Built it up, whipped it up, everything, put it all together, filled it up, and forgot to put the chimney in.
Oh,
That's a good one.
I've done that.
yeah, that's embarrassing.
Oh, you know what I've done? This is embarrassing. I am one of the only people that has ever had to have their dull dime repaired.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me, people. Because
Put the barriers in series, didn't you?
Nope.
Well, no, it's because I took it to Oregon with me when I went camping, and I was trying to take fancy pictures with it.
Oh.
And it took a tumble and broke the battery tray, got a couple nice little dings and dents in it and whatnot. And yeah, I had to send it back to Michelle, and she was awesome enough to fix it for me. But yeah, I was pretty heartbroken at first because I thought, oh my God, how could I break this thing that only few people get? How could I not respect this thing and take care of it, sort of thing. And then now I just kind of wear it as a badge of honor. It's like, yeah, dude, you think you're cool? Well, I'm the only one that's broke a dull dime, bro.
Oh. And she's not even making them anymore.
No,
Hopefully she goes back to it eventually.
Yeah, I feel partly responsible for that because I know that she was working on mine, and mine wasn't an Altoids tin. Mine was the Fisherman's Cough Drop tin. And apparently it was so thin that it gave her a ton of fucking hassle and drove her fucking crazy. She's like, I'm gonna take a break before I finish the rest of the, this series up that I'm working on. And that break has now lasted like 3 years.
Well, don't take it to heart because what really killed her is when Mark passed away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
That hit all of us real hard, man. That's why I'm so heartbroken that I broke my dagger. That was one of my favorite mods of all time, dude. Still is, but I just can't use it anymore. Well, I can use it with one battery, but it's no fun. The whole point was that it was a tiny parallel 18650 jammy that just ripped.
Is it a MOSFET?
No, the battery tray broke on it, and he had to make a custom battery tray to where the batteries were offset for them to fit in there, and
yeah.
He was honestly kind of he only made a few of them because it was a bitch.
To make.
Yeah. I have one. Sammy Nitro has one. Overdrip has one. And I think Stan might have one, and that's it. But I know plenty of other people that have hammers and guardians and what was the DNA 75 he did? What was that one called? The Swaggins has one, I think. Either way, fantastic.
I can't remember anymore.
I still use my Guardian for every single build I do. You know what I
Nice.
mean? It's that's still well, that and I bust the hammer out from time to time, but since the dagger broke, it's I don't want that because that was the first one that Mark built for me, and yeah, dude, I miss that guy,
I have to baby my hammer.
I miss Amy too. I hope you're doing well, Amy. If you see this, love you.
I share that link around. His GoFundMe's still active.
Is it?
Yeah. I'm gonna check it right now.
Yeah, I don't remember who set that all up.
I don't.
Yeah, I miss him too. And I never got to meet him, but I sure chatted with him a lot.
Oh, dude, that guy was a fucking character, man. You know what? I also want to make a shout out to and rest in peace to Matt Sinister as well, man. I was thinking about Matt the other day.
Yeah, man.
I was scrolling through some old thumbnails and stuff, and the one came up for the build off between him and Will. And dude, that was such a fucking hilarious. The build up to that build off on Instagram was the best thing ever, dude.
Yes,
It was
such a
like
freaking
legit
character.
WWE,
Yeah.
fucking call outs and just like promo videos. It was so funny, dude.
Tell you what, I still pay tribute to Club Sinister. I'm in
Dude.
the gym 3-4 days a week, guys.
Shit,
And
I got some cactus cooler in the fridge just for you, Matt.
It's all for Club Sinister, baby.
Yeah, what a character.
And we've got some great people, man, in this community. You know what I mean? All around. And we're blessed to be a part of it. That's all I got to say.
It's a great community. Really is.
Yeah.
You know, I was at you guys heard of Yeti Vape, right?
I believe so. I've heard the name.
So they, you know how New York is like real repressing vaping. So Yeti is now one of the 160 approved growers for New York State. I had a nice conversation with one of the owners. My wife was getting a big tattoo. So I went, took a drive, stopped at a couple vape shops.
That's interesting. I guess you got to diversify now, right? Like,
yeah.
One of my favorite e-liquid companies wound up taking a lot of the money he made from being an e-liquid manufacturer and parlayed that into a laboratory that allows him to do hemp extraction. And he figured rather than him focus on CBD because that market is completely saturated, he would do all of the other compounds that he could focus on. And what's really cool is that because of his time in the VTA, he's got a lot of connections to local politicians. And that helped him to be able to get some regulations changed so that he could become a supplier to the industry I'm in.
Nice.
And so now he's able to provide those secondary compounds to a lot of these manufacturers in my industry who want to make, candies and things like that with, specific effects that are caused by these compounds. So it's kind of cool. And all because of vaping.
It's amazing. Like the entrepreneurs that got created, just guys that wanted to get people, they quit smoking with vaping. They loved it. They wanted to help other people, started a business. Some got into promotion, some got into marketing, some got into photography. Look at your buddy. Look at Yeti now. It's like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
We're just on those little twists and turns in life.
Some of those photographers, dude, they started out with vape photography, and now look at them. They're like doing huge product photography stuff. They're doing, fragrance lines and jewelry companies and watch companies, knife companies. It's like, it's so cool because once again, goes back to like what I was talking about earlier with the jobs, right? It's funny how sometimes you don't realize where those little skills you're picking up now will take you in 3, 5, 10 years from now. Because I guarantee you, all of us who are learning, these type of photography skills for vape gear, never in a million years would have imagined that we'd be using those skills that we learned in some of the other avenues that we've taken them.
Dude, for instance, take this for example, bro. From me doing this whole YouTube thing and doing all this video editing and shit, there was a point where my dad was doing putting together training videos for his job, and my dad is not computer savvy whatsoever. You know what I mean? But just with me having the knowledge that I gained from starting this YouTube channel and learning to use editing softwares and stuff like that, I was able to take his video from the half hour, 45-minute long recording that he had and chopped it down to about 10, 15 minutes.
Nice.
And made it seem like nothing ever happened. You know what I mean? Cutting out all the ums, the ahs, the pauses, the breaks, you know what I mean? Cutting out words that didn't...
clapping, all that nonsense.
Anything, you know what I mean? Just taking it all out, cutting out background noise, that sort of thing. And then, you know what I mean? And he was able to submit that to his job, and I'm sure they're probably still using those videos now.
That's an awesome thing to do for your dad. I'm sure he's like, wow.
It was not only was it was probably awesome for him, but it was awesome for me to be able to help my dad.
That's what I
with
mean.
something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
well,
he came to me. You know what I mean? Like that that meant a lot to me that he actually like was like, hey, I know you could do this. Do you think you can help me with this? And like me being able to actually do it, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And like him be able to get like some, good feedback from it. Not, I helped make my dad look good, you know what I mean? Which
Yeah,
is
man.
sweet.
And it's
Yeah.
validating too, right?
For
It
sure.
shows you that like all the work you've been doing over the years in this YouTube shit has actually taught you some really useful skills.
Oh, dude,
You're actually really good at.
It's taught me a lot of things, not only just with, when it comes to just creating content and that sort of thing. It just taught me a lot about me as a person. You know what I mean? And I've learned a lot about myself and how I'm so much more of a like an open and not necessarily open, but like I'm not as shy and like kind of, to myself as I used to be, you know what I mean? I'm a little bit more outgoing, you know what I mean? I'm not afraid to talk, to people about like whatever. There are certain times where I may not want to, you know what I mean? But like it's not as like I just want to, kind of keep to myself. Obviously I'm kind of still like that in some aspects, but I've learned to be a little bit more confident in myself and what I'm doing. And, because not only like, I don't know, man, like just doing this and being part of this community has helped me in just so many ways as far as like self-esteem and confidence and just everyday struggles that I was having, just because the conversations I've been able to have with so many different people in this community that I've been able to, just give their point of view from whatever walk of life they've come from, because we've all come from so many different corners of the fucking planet at this point, because I'm sure there's people watching from who knows where, you know what I mean? Like when I look at my analytics, so I see people watching from like like India or like Malaysia or like whatever, and I'm just like, how do these people even know about
Crazy,
this?
isn't it?
But it's just crazy that we're still all able to connect on this base level with vaping, and then also find out that we're also able to connect on so many other levels that like the vape community is what gives me hope for just like the human race in general, because like I could
humanity,
see
for
that
sure.
it is possible to coexist with people that may disagree on certain things, but also agree on so many other things, to where we could put our disagreements aside and still be civil and enjoy each other's company and whatever, you know what I mean? And not have to pass any judgment on anybody for anything. We may give our opinions and we may have discussions, but it's never arguments, and we're never telling people, that like, no, you need to do this, or you're fucking or whatever. It's just like, hey, this is what I've gone through, maybe you should check this out, you know what I mean? And it's just, I wish there was more of that just in everyday life, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Although I gotta say, just to change the topic a little bit, while we're in the process of praising the community and what it's done for all of us, Anthony Ramella brought it up in the chat, and I definitely want to recognize it myself. I gotta give a huge shout out to our brother Poon Sauce.
Oh yeah, dude.
We've been friends with Poon Sauce for a very long time now, and we've watched this man grow and in leaps and bounds. And I just want to publicly congratulate him here from the entire Green Room team and his Stooge family for releasing his first beer officially
Really
in the
nice.
brewery. Poon Sauce Quad IPA went live today at the tap room.
Good old
And
12.7%, I think.
yeah,
It's a hefty one.
he got to take the lead, make his own recipe, and he dropped that shit today. And I'm so goddamn proud of him, because like we've all probably watched at least a handful of the beer reviews because we love Poon Sauce. To see him grow from just a beer enthusiast to actually a beer maker, to hone the knowledge and become a craftsman in it, is amazing. He's doing something he loves. He's chasing a dream, and I can't be more happy for him and more proud. So with that, I'm gonna raise my glass to Poon Sauce.
Cheers to
Anybody
Corey,
else
man.
is
I gotta fill mine.
but I got a double for him right here. So
cheers to Corey. And with that, I think it's time that we take a little shed time break and then come back and play a little game.
Yeah, sounds like Addy over here needs to refill, get some water.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and do that. Go ahead and tell them what we're doing here, Sean.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is that opportunity. Get up, hit the bathroom, grab a drink, grab a snack, or if you're like us, maybe inhale that good shit and exhale that bullshit, because this is shed time.
Hey, you guys miss us? We're back.
Now I know what they talk about during shed time.
Toonie knows all the secrets, bro. Hopefully he doesn't spill the
Yeah.
tea.
I had to like sign a waiver online and everything. I was like, what the hell, really?
Yeah, guys.
It gets real. It gets
Dude,
real.
you never know what...
It's not everything you think it is. Sometimes it's way more.
Yeah.
It's pretty deep.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
you know,
man.
if I had to pose a question, you guys, I want to know who else loves it when Sean posts pictures of the aquarium on Instagram.
Dude,
I'm just
you
like,
know what I love, bro, is when before the podcast is sometimes he'll give us some just deep close-ups, and then we'll
Yeah,
just sit
man.
here and just watch the tank for a little bit before we
hell
start the
yeah.
podcast. You know what I mean? Sometimes we do it
Honestly,
before the show too.
I
Sometimes we do that during the shed time break. Little-
yeah, it's happened. But man, like it's the funniest thing for me, right? Because like in the absence of the vape scene being able to be as like flourished on Instagram as it used to be, I really started to fall into aquarium stuff. It became something I became really passionate about. You know, this is all living plants behind me. It's 100% natural back there. Those are living plants and everything. So, like, I like the fact that I'm creating little ecosystems in the box, and I have several of them. And so that just started to become the content that I started to create. Was these are my animals. This is what I have that I'm very proud of that I create, and it's cool, man. Because I mean, if anybody's seen the videos of this one, I've got these fish in here that have some personality to them. Like they've got a lot of personality. And then of course there's the other one over here that we can't see on screen that has the little tiny pea puffers in them. And I mean, dude, little puffer fish are freaking adorable. If anybody's seen those clips, you guys know what I'm talking about. The puffer
Mhm.
fish are friggin' cute.
I think Jess Marie had one at some point, didn't she? Wasn't
My
she
my
one of the
wife
puffers?
loves those fish. Like she comes down every day. She comes over and talks to them, and they have a personality. They're like little water dogs, dude. They
That's funny.
literally they
Isn't
once they
that cool?
recognize you, they come flying right up to the glass, and then they just start sitting there looking at you, swimming around like, "Hey, man, how's it going?" Never mind. I've got to make a video of when I feed them because see, feeding them is different from normal fish tanks like the one behind me. Most people, when they have a fish tank like this one behind me, they can just take some flakes or something, they throw it in there, the fish eat it, and it's cool. It's fun to watch them all dart around. But I have to feed the puffer fish differently. They eat frozen bloodworms, so they're actual tiny little worms, and I feed them on a pair of tweezers. So they actually have learned to swim right up to the tweezers and pick their worm right off the tweezer and then swim away. It's super cool. 'Cause now you get this
You're like
tiny
hand
little
feeding
puffer fish.
puffers.
I'm gonna be there soon. That's my goal.
Hopefully you don't get your finger, bro. That would hurt.
Oh, it won't hurt.
Dude, don't they have little beaks though?
They're the size of my pinky nail, man.
But still, man, it might
It's not gonna hurt.
might
They
It'll
got
be
teeth
fine.
like this,
yeah,
You
it
know,
might
like
sting a little, bro.
like the rabbit and the Holy Grail.
You know, like when you prick your finger on like a pin or
if it
something,
was
that might...
if it was a bigger one, like there are some out there that are freshwater that can get, a foot long. If it was one of those, I wouldn't hand feed it like that.
You guys
Although you'd
awake
be
out
feeding
there in
them
chat?
clams and shit.
So with that being said, I guess it's time we should get into one of these games we got going on here. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and end the poll since it's a clear vote on what we got going on here. I'm also going to go ahead and end the Q&A just so we got that off the screen there. And the official tally is why didn't it end the poll? End poll.
There it goes.
Bam! Picture this is the official vote with 30 votes, 40% going to picture this. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, go ahead, drop some suggestions in the chat of things you'd like to see us draw. You could do emojis like Toonie's dropping in now. You could just type them out. Whatever you'd like to see, drop it in chat. No category necessary. But things you got to remember, though, we only have 1 minute to do these. And 1 minute's not very long. Let me tell you. Especially when you're drawing and You don't know how.
Yeah, and of course now James and I are also heavily handicapped in this game. So
Sure, you could do
Yeah,
winter edition stuff if you want, but we're not gonna like pigeonhole you into anything.
Yeah, I'm not holding nobody to nothing.
So, Toonie, since you're the guest this week, why don't you go ahead and pick out the first one?
I like what
tonight.
Mallory said. Draw Sean's pufferfish.
Oh, a tiny puffer.
Little pufferfish.
Tiny puffer. Okay.
Oh, it's good.
So remember, guys, we got 1 minute on the clock. I'll start the timer, and hopefully, I don't know if you guys will hear the ding, but when I hear the ding, I'll tell you guys when to stop. I wish I had like a better timer that I could pull up on like the thing, but we're working on a budget here, people. But anyways, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, pufferfish. I don't know. Oh, this is gonna be terrible.
That's as good as mine's gonna get. I stop right there.
All right, that's it. You weren't too far off there, Toonie, on the clock. But here we go. Puffers in 3, 2, 1. Don't mind the scribbles. Was checking to see if my pen worked. There's my tiny.
Focus. Uh-oh.
I like how Sean went legit tiny puffer, like tiny. I just went, medium sized puffer.
Work with me, dude. What you doing, bro? All right, come on, camera.
Well, you guys could
We trying
see
to focus
ours,
it all?
so let's see what Sean's looks like here.
Fuck, dude. My
Focusing.
camera is just not being cool today. What is going on? You trying to focus it all, camera? What's up?
No, I don't want to play.
Hold up. Take 3. What is going on today with this camera? It tried at one point. Damn.
Butler says, try it on the clutch.
Try on a clutch.
All right. You know what? Come on. You can do this, camera. I have faith in you.
Oh, wait.
What is going on? All right. Fuck this. We're going to do it this way. I'm literally going to manual focus this shit just because my camera's being a jerk.
Oh, dude.
Oh, yeah, baby.
That's a tiny puffer.
That's pretty awesome.
And I'm pretty sure that's pretty similar to what it looks like right now.
Oop.
All right, so chat, get your votes in.
Nice.
What do you think? Who took it between the 3 of us? Was it Toonie? Was it Sean? Or was it me?
I vote Sean. I don't get a vote, though.
Dude, Sean's is pretty legit. I'm not going to lie. Oh, wait, I'm going to need that for the next one.
I mean, is it really fair when I own the fish?
Yeah, he's literally looking over at it.
It better be good, right?
So, I mean, hey, listen, I can't look at it for inspiration. From here, it's like this tiny little thing.
First vote from Anthony Romella. He says, Sean.
Yeah.
Any other votes, chat? What do you say?
I got some of that apple cruller rolling. Yeah,
Dude, I haven't tried any of the remixes yet, and I need to.
Oh, yummy. Raspberry.
We got a couple more from Sean. It says, yeah, that is one tiny puffer for the Zoom. Yeah. Sean wins the most imagination kicked in and it being the most authentic. Sean, we got 1 vote for Toonie, 1 vote for me. Pity votes, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think Sean's taking this one with 3 off the bat.
Nice.
All right. So let's scroll up here. Let's see what else we got. Don't forget to drop suggestions, guys, if you're out there watching. Apparently, it says there's at least 12 of you. I don't know how many are participating in chat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's only 6 of you guys out there in chat. That's unfortunate.
A lot of holiday parties going on this weekend.
There could be that could be.
Yeah.
So with that, let's see. Let's go with. You know what? We're not gonna draw it on a clutch, but we are gonna draw a clutch.
Oh damn!
That's
I'm gonna turn mine sideways here.
He's like, let me get the profile pic. All right, so we have 1 minute on the clock, guys, to draw the old clutch here, from old Mike Vape's signature tips and old Dovpo. So let's go ahead and get the clock ready in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh no, I gotta start over. Shit. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Stop. Jeez.
Stop.
Oh my god. I stopped and tried to do it 3 different times and they're all terrible. But here's mine. 3, 2, 1. Go next to the puffer. Yeah, I lose. It's between Sean and Addy Tooney, I think, for sure. Yeah, I even wrote clutch wrong. It's actually across the bottom, not down the side. I have one sitting in front of me, and I still drew it wrong.
Shed time, baby.
Oh, jeez. Okay. So with that, people will get those votes in. Who do you think wins this one? It looks like we already got 1 vote in for Tooney, another vote in for Tooney. Addy,
I like Tooney's more than mine. He put an Addy on it. I didn't. I didn't even think about that.
Addy with an Addy.
Mikey, I'm effing vapes on there.
That did, too. Bro.
And you know what? It looks like unanimous decision right here off the bat to Addy Tooney for a dub. So a point for Sean.
Where is it?
Point for Addy Tooney.
Right. I already got my pick. Anthony Ramella, Santa Pig.
Santa Pig?
Whoa.
I saw that earlier and I was like, ooh, if nobody picks that before me, I'm doing it. Santa Pig? Let's go.
Oh my god, I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna try.
I don't know either. That's why I'm picking it.
Here we go. Santa Pig in 3, 2, 1.
Kaboom.
Go.
Santa Pig does whatever the Santa Pig does.
This has got to be can't be X-rated, right?
Oh my god. I didn't even get to the rest of it. Stop. Jeez.
He's got no eyeballs.
This is ridiculous. I'm just so glad I picked this. It's so ridiculous.
Ah!
It looks like Jesus is riding my pig nose.
Oh my god, what do you guys think? Who wins this one? Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh my god, this is good. God, I'm so glad I picked Santa Pig.
That was a solid
That was
round
fun.
for sure.
That was ridiculous.
That minute went by like it was 10 seconds.
For real, man.
Yep.
I had to double check the clock, and it's still set for 1 minute.
Like, I felt good about the face, and then I started to think about body, and I was like, "Fuck, how am I gonna draw a fucking big body?"
Ern's like, those are absolutely balls.
One for James from Not the Real Gerard Butler. Advocate for Liberty says, James, that thing has the makings of a horror flick. Anthony Ramella says they're all awesome. Ty. Somehow Frames wins from Ern.
Oh.
They say Liberty. Well, there was Santa sleigh, right?
I think
Horror movie.
Did I get a point?
I think James is taking this
Hell
one.
yeah. So now we all have got a point here.
Mike T, that's tough.
Mike.
I'm going Frames. I think that just clinched it.
All right. So with that being said, this next one is going to be the tiebreaker and decide the winner of tonight's round of Picture This. And Toonie, it is your choice.
I'm looking.
Oh. Hold on. Oh, you know what? We might have to. That's a great. I'm not going to say it, but that is a great
Well,
one.
you pick it, Frames, because I was just going up and down. Pick it.
All right. For anybody that knows, this is hilarious. Toonie, I'm not sure if you know about these, but we've talked about them time and time again. If not, I need to see if I can find.
A Trogdor? Is that what you're talking about?
Not the real Gerard Butler says draw poon shoes.
Oh, yeah, I've seen them.
You know, so you know what the poon shoes are?
I was going to say that should be his next beer. Hashtag Boon Shoe.
Poon shoe. Yeah, dude. So with that being said, in honor of Poon Sauce's beer being released tonight,
Let's go.
let's draw some poon shoes. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Hit it. These poon shoes will make a thing go right. These poon shoes will make it out of sight.
Oh, I'm not too proud of mine.
You don't have to be. That's the fun of this game, Addy.
Yeah, I've seen them ugly shoes. Oh, funny.
Stop. Dude, honestly, if anybody is in our Discord, you are going to love what you're about to see. In 3, 2, 1, poon shoes. Sean, yes!
We both did it.
Yes!
Yeah, boy.
This is legit. This is legit a meme that we have in our Discord. That
Mine
shout
was like
outs to
penises.
Senior Taco, Bill, because he posts this thing on a daily and he puts him in different situations. And it
Really?
is fucking
Oh my
hilarious. But who do you think drew the best poon shoes?
I Frames is freaking rocking.
Sean's are pretty good too. I'm not gonna lie.
Mine look like penises.
But I actually drew like a little bit of like the wear and tear on the toes of them. You know what I mean?
I was
they're
getting there,
kinda
but
busted.
you beat me to it, man.
All right, one vote coming in here for Sean, or for me actually. That was actually Sean Evil Laugh, is what. Oh, there's a vote for Sean. There's another vote for me. Another vote for Sean.
Oh, it's gonna be tight.
It's gonna be a tight one, man. Let's get some more votes in there, people. Tie. That doesn't help. It's already tie.
Yeah.
I know. These dicks for the win.
There's another one for me, so I'm in the lead right now.
Miller likes the penis shoes.
So that's 2 votes for Tooney, so he's not too far behind. Oh, I'm taking the lead again.
What's up, Cody?
So I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Sean's got 1, 2.
Oh, there's one more for frames.
I think I'm taking it. This might be one of my only. Well, no, I've won this game once before, I think. But dude, hell yeah, dude, taking a dub.
That's why I love.
Yeah. So unfortunately, both of you and Sean lost, but you both tied for second.
Delia's hair says nobody gives the photographer credit. I took the photo from which that meme was taken.
This is true, but still, that meme is the best thing that has ever existed in the world.
Bill, Senor Taco Bill has gone so far as to literally take those shoes and do things like a hump day meme with the camel
wearing poon shoes.
Oh my god!
Where he literally he photoshopped them onto the camel. Dude, I've seen him on couches. I've seen him on surfboards. I've seen him in all kinds of different situations, dude.
Those poon shoes get around,
They be traveling, bro. The poon shoes are made for walking, bro. And that's just what they'll do. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to end tonight's episode. I want to say a huge shout out and thank you once again to the ever legendary Addy Tooney for joining us tonight, dude. We appreciate the absolute shit out of you, man. I love you to death. You're just one of the biggest vape advocates that I know, man. And dude, you inspire not only us here on the panel, but so many others in the community. Just seeing you in chat every week, dude, just makes me super excited, bro. Whenever I see you, dude, I'm just like, fuck yeah, Tooney's here. It's going to be a good show. You know what I mean?
Yes,
That's
sir.
when I know things are going to go smooth, because I always get the solid video, sounds good, or if anything's wrong, I know I can count on Tooney being like, hey, man, you know, somebody's this or that. I appreciate the shit out of that, man, because I can't tell on the other side sometimes.
I love you guys. I'm happy to do it. I really enjoy your show. I look forward to Fridays.
Hell yeah, man. That makes me super thankful and just grateful for your support.
Oh, and I want to add a song to the song list.
Oh, dude. You know what? Tooney gets to add, you know, with that being said, he gets a special bumper. We did miss it, but Tooney gets to add one to the old Shedhead Spotify playlist. So with that being said, let me go ahead and open up my Spotify. And for those that were on last week's Shedhead sessions, send me a DM with your song you want added on, and I'll make sure to add it and then make sure to shout it out next week on the show.
Yeah.
Just because we forgot, and I feel really bad about that. So with that, Tooney, what do you want to add to the playlist?
Roxy Music, Avalon.
All right. Oops. I can't spell today either. There we go. Let's see.
So after this, I'm playing Nintendo Golf with the wife. We play Nintendo Golf all the time. Probably like five nights a week. She kicked my butt last night.
That's dope. I like that you guys have made that into a thing.
Yeah, we started
music. There it is.
During the pandemic, you know, just something to do. And we just been continuing on.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
And boom. Officially added to the playlist. Hell yeah, dude. And with that, dude, you guys can find Tooney everywhere. You'll see him in every chat. You'll see him over there on the Instagrams posting stuff from time to time. But you'll definitely see him here on Fridays. I can guarantee you that. And that's one thing that I'm always stoked to see. But yeah, thank you again, Tony.
Oh,
I just
thanks for having
appreciate
me,
you, man.
Frames.
Absolutely. And Sean, I'm gonna pass it to you, man. Also, Chris, shout outs to you as well. Hopefully you're staying warm and the power comes on sooner than they predict, and you can get everything up and rocking and all that stuff, man. If you're checking this out on your phone or whatever, man, sending positive vibes your way, dude. Just wanted to put that out there. Yeah,
shizzle. Yes, you want me to throw a track on there from last week?
Yeah, dude. You want to throw one up too? Fuck it.
Yeah,
we're gonna throw one up too.
Let's get it. I mean, we were on the show.
Yeah, well, that is true. What do you want to put up there, Sean?
So, all right, this is another song from A Wilhelm Scream. I put him on the last time, but this one got a great name. It's called "The Kids Can Eat a Bag of Dicks."
Oh God.
And it's a good tune. But yeah, The Kids Can Eat a Bag of Dicks. Just the name alone. I'm like, yep.
That's great.
I like the song for that alone.
Jesse Stryker, he had a 3D printer. I had him make up some tiny dicks and send them to Grim Green.
I got a Dickosaurus right over here.
Nice.
Nice 3D printed one that somebody sent my wife and I.
Nice.
Where did it go? I'm going to put on. I always have.
Well, that sucks that Frames can't find his 2700s.
I'm gonna order some more. Well, I have a pair, but I'm not breaking them up. Yeah, I have a pair for my Monarch, but I don't want to break them up to use in my El Thunder because that's what I was using today. And I had some 2650s too, like 20650s.
Yeah.
So like I used those I just had like the old school pulse adapter. I cut the sleeve off and just put the little thing in there, and it works. But yeah, I just need to order some. Dude, I also want to check out. I need to check out Mooch's rating and see if he's checked these batteries out yet. But I believe it was Samsung. No, Molicel just dropped a new battery. New 21
some decent ones.
The 50.
The 2700As are decent.
Yeah, I don't know if it was that one that I got. Yeah, I have that one, but they have did a P45A, I think is what it is, and it's 4500 milliamps and 4500 milliamps, or mAh. I mean, and then
probably
45 amps is what they're claiming, and then I think Mooch has tested him. I just need to read his little.
I got the link. There's a link in chat for you, Frames.
Yeah, sick. So I might want to check those out because if they've got a little bit more mAh and a little bit more amperage, that could just be nice to have.
If
you know what I mean?
4500 mAh, then they're not 45 amps. They'll be like 25 or 20.
Yes, I read a little bit into it. I didn't see what the full amperage rating on it was, but he was saying some pretty good things about it for the most part. But anyhow, what do I want to put on here on the playlist? Let's go with.
I came in early with the ninjas, man. Way too early.
Steve OCD says P45Bs are Mooch's new hardest hitting 21700.
That one. That's the one I was talking about.
The Epoch P45B are rewraps of the Molicels.
You know what, dude? We're gonna just go for an oldie, but a goodie. April 29th, 1992, by Old Sublime.
There was a riot in the streets.
Because
where were you?
I'm wearing my Sublime Dixon today, so it just feels right.
Boy.
I should have worn the other one, dude. Have you seen the other one that I got, bro? Hold on. Hold, please.
So, since we've been talking about the Shedhead playlist, I think it was the last one we did. Frames put us on to Mount Westmore. And I actually
have you heard their new track?
Bro, I like we talked about in our latest podcast episode.
Dude?
Oh, that's sick.
The island, baby.
But look at this. It's got the fucking sun, bro.
No.
Nice.
Anyway.
But yeah, as we were talking about in the latest Shed Time episode on the podcast, when I was on my way to the event, I turned my boss onto it, and we banged it the whole way there because he was like, "Dude, this is fucking dope."
Dude, Big Subwoofer's a banger.
Dude, Big
Free
Subwoofer
Game's a good
bangs with a
one.
system,
Dude.
like. Oh, we were whipping through the city in his brand new Lexus, banging that.
You know what? I'm adding 2 songs on the playlist because I can, and it's
because it's your playlist. So
it's my playlist.
this is Chris's pick.
Yeah. We're going to go.
Hope you like it, Chris.
He listens to it all the time. Don't worry about it.
Free Game.
I got Advocate's recipe going. Nice tobacco.
An advocate for tobacco liquid.
That's going on the playlist. Free Game, the new single from Mount Messmore, and then good old April 29th. Bada bing, bada boom. There we go. Now, Sean.
Well, folks, you guys know where to find me. I'm on the Instagram as Sean Typhon, and of course, I'm on the Shed Time podcast. So you can find me there every week, anytime you want, on every podcasting platform and on the website. Like I said earlier, if you Google it, we're the entire first page. Nice. Don't worry, you'll find us. But yeah, so with all of that, you can find links to everything I do at our website for the Shed Time podcast. And beyond that, I'm going to just bring it to a close like I always do and remind you, don't let the best to get you down. Be cool. Don't be a dick. And whatever it is that you do, be sure to have some fun. It's off to you, James.
Absolutely. And with that being said, it's that time, everybody, for my favorite part of the show, a little bit of Confucius Say. Some wise words of wisdom, some food for thought for you guys to think about over the weekend. And today, Confucius Say. Some people are like blisters. They don't show up until the work is done. It's actually a fucking true fucking statement, man. You know what I mean? And
speak the truth.
Sometimes they show up when you don't want them to. You know what I mean? No, I'm just kidding. But anyways, with that being said, guys, thank you guys for joining us. I will say I'm in the process of getting my stubby review done, but in the process of recording it, I realized I don't know what happened to all the extras for the old stubby tank. So that's not going to be in the video. Fair warning. Just telling you, but I'm still going to try to give you guys the best overall video I can with what I've got. But I'll also say that I'll probably be doing an Ether Boro video soon. I've got the Lux X and XR that I'm going to do a little dual video on soon as well. And yeah, build off with Beecher soon.
Nice.
That's happening.
Once he gets settled back in.
yeah, he's been traveling the world, man. So once he has some time, he's going to hit us up and we're going to do the damn thing. So stay tuned for that.
He's just making sure we get at least one more build in these addies before he beats us all.
Exactly. He wants us to get it down. I've got the wicking length down.
My wick game's fine, but I should really practice throwing another set of coils in it before the
You think these are too high? I haven't really messed with coil placement. You think that's too high?
I mean,
let me pop my cap and look.
Yeah.
Here's what I got going here, Tooney.
Okay, yours about the same height.
Yeah. See if I want to do we want to focus this time?
All right, so we're all right there.
Yeah, we're all about the same,
cool.
I'd say. One thing I'll say, are you getting any whistle problems or anything with yours, Tooney?
No.
Sweet. Then you probably got your coils like the perfect, like, you know what I mean? Because I found that I ended up having to pull mine more towards the airflow than I would in the V1. But I think I also kept mine so much closer in the V1 just because there wasn't as much space. So with this one, you do have the ability to kind of pull them out a little bit more. And I also pulled them up a tad. So
yeah, I like that. I like that out by the airflow, but just enough that you can like get the air right underneath the coil to wrap. And the flavor is just...
That's what mine looks like from the top. Just needs I probably could do a rebuild in this one soon. So Beecher, hit us up, man.
Let's go.
Anyways, let's go ahead and wrap this thing up, guys. Thank you for joining us once again. Tooney, you're the best.
Oh, thanks, man.
And all you guys out there in chat, We appreciate you. Stay tuned for the next episode. Check out the podcast as well. Shutdown Podcast. Google it.
And welcome home, Lizzie.
Yeah, absolutely. And with that, guys, also, I'm not 100. Let me see. What day is next Friday? We should be good. We should
Christmas Eve.
Yes. No, we should still be. We should still be doing the show next Friday.
23rd.
But the following Friday, we may or may not. We'll find out.
New Year's Eve.
We'll see. We'll see. Anyways, stay tuned, guys. Have a great rest of your weekend and sending out all those positive vibes, crisp high fives. And as always, let's just vape on, Shedhead.